Nine, 10, 11.
Lordship.
Anyone for the respondents?
My lord, I am appearing for respondent number 3.
Last time, Mr. S. Talukdar appeared for the bank,
For?
for the bank, for the Escort Bank. These are the bank employees. And I think there is a notification where it is said that after impleading the parties, there has to be an application for amendment of the cost item.
Yeah, they will do it.
That
We have been
perhaps-
directing it. We've been directing it.
Lord. Matters are otherwise fixed, it's complete.
Lordship, in item number 3 also.
Item number 4 already been implemented, already been allowed. So I'm going to-
Lordship, in other cases, those has been allowed. In my case, it remained because
Item 2.
item 2 and item 3.
All right, heard learned counsels for the parties. This IA is filed for implement of the opposite parties mentioned at the opposite parties 9, 10, 11.
Lordship,
Stop. You are for the contempt petitioner.
Lordship,
This contempt,
Lord,
the accompanying contempt petition,
Petitioners.
petitioners
petitioners, Lordship.
Petitioners.
has been filed alleging willful and deliberate disobedience of the which order?
2019 order.
Order to the-
Doesn't get-
Order dated so and so, passed in WPC so and so.
Page number 91 in my petition. There,
Filed in
page number 91 of my petition.
contempt petition 415.
This is.
415.
Order dated 25/10/2017. Has been getting delayed, Lordship. 2017. There's page 78 of
2510.
25/10/2017.
Okay, page 48, Lordship is taking that matter. Page 48 of the case, Lordship. In item number 2.
Item 2.
In item, that matter you are, Lordship is taking, Lordship. Page 48. Main case, Lordship, main contempt petition.
415. Contempt petition 415.
Lordship. In.
Filing the IA in contempt petition 415.
Main case two.
You are filing the IA in contempt petition
Lordship,
alleging willful violence, disobedience of the impugned order of the order dated 25/10/2017, passed in WPC 5652 of 2009. Stop. The 2009 5652
5652.
of 2009 and other connected matters.
Lordship.
Stop. Learned counsel for the applicant submits that the opposite parties 8, 9 and 9, 10, 11 are presently the incumbents of the offices which are required to implement the directions of the Honorable High Court, passed by the order dated so and so in WPC so and so. Accordingly, they are necessary parties and required to be impleted. Better. You are appearing for some respondents.
My lord, I am appearing on behalf of SP Talukdar, my lord, for the department, my lord, potential department.
Counsel for the department, yes.
My lord, there is a contempt petition 323/2023 which came up in division bench, my lord. Maybe take together with this contempt.
Allow us to pass the IA order first.
Lordship.
Listen to the order being passed. Counsels for the respondents do not object to the preamble. Accordingly, this IA is allowed. Opposite parties 9, 10, 11.
Yes,
Lordship.
1911.
9, 10, 11 are arrayed as respondents number 9, 10, 11 in contempt petition 415. I stands disposed of. Copy of this order be retained in case records of contempt petition 415. Petitioner is required to file, is directed to file an amended course title before the registry. In terms of in 415, you write, in view of the order passed in so and so. If the names so and so, so and so, so and so are arrayed as respondents, 9, 10, 11 in the contempt petition, and matter be listed subject to filing of amended course title in the registry by the petitioner. I disposed of. Similar order in,
Similar order in Lordship, item number 3.
do you have an IA there?
Lordship, I have an IA. It is 1879.
1879, similar orders
Lordship,
disposed.
but it will be 8, 9 and 10.
1879 is 8, 9, 10. And 1742 is 9, 10, 11. One minute. All the matters be listed for orders
A short date because they'll only file the application amending. So
after 10 days.
after 10 days. As far as 468, it's fixed for hearing. 468, it is.
After 10 days. Now, what is that division matter?
There is a contempt petition 323 2023, my lord.
Hmm.
It came up in division bench, but keep it with this, my lord, contempt petition.
I
No,
hope
no,
the
no.
issues are same.
Lordship, issues may not be similar, Lordship.
That contempt petition before division bench, it is still before division bench or it is wrongly listed before division bench?
Wrongly listed in the division bench, my lord, it will come up in this, along with this contempt.
There the orders needs to be seen.
Against which order?
Okay, I need to check.
You make a mention on the next date,
Next,
list accordingly after 10
after
days.
10 days.
Fine, Mr.
Lordship.
Obliged.
Lordship, sorry, I have not brought the brief also. I am in item number 7, your Lordship.
Yes.
This is a matter pertaining to retrenchment of employees of the APOL, Assam Police Star Cooperative Society Limited, your Lordship. That was closed in 2003, your Lordship. We were asked to go on compulsory leave. Okay, promise that we will be called back, but we are not called back. Later on, your Lordship, we were trying to get a VRS for the purpose and ultimately VRS was granted, your Lordship. But in calculation of the dues in payment of VRS, the calculations were made on the basis of the old scale, your Lordship, not on the new scale. New scale came into effect in 2010, and there is a direction from the government to make the calculations on the basis of the salary of 2014, your Lordship. That was not done, your Lordship. That is my grievance, your Lordship. That although I have been paid the VRS, it was paid on the old scale, your Lordship, not on the new scale. And this matter may be segregated from the other two, your Lordship, and may be taken up.
What
the
about
next
the
one.
other two matters?
That was almost similar. Lordship. They have also claiming for the VRS with new scale lot.
Apple.
Apple, they are.
Then why do you want it segregated?
Information, your Lordship, and moreover, your Lordship, I am in somewhat urgency, your Lordship, because
You are praying for an adjournment.
Yes, Lordship, because earlier learned senior counsel Mr. B.K. Mukherjee was appearing for the petitioner. But after his expiry, Lordship, on last Friday, we have been engaged. And yet we have to receive some documents from the petitioner. That is our difficulty, Lordship. So
If it is a similar issue,
my item may come up your next week, your
no,
Lordship.
Mr. Sharma, if these are similar issues,
Lordship.
then it is required to be taken up together and there's already an order earlier.
That was earlier segregated, your Lordship,
But-
but somehow it got tagged together, your Lordship.
Is it?
Earlier, there is an order for segregation on an earlier occasion, your Lordship. And moreover, your Lordship, my father died and the substituted petitioner, your Lordship.
Yes.
I've been offended, your Lordship.
The pleadings are completed.
Yes, Lordship. Both my parents died, your Lordship. I am this only orphan surviving, your Lordship. May come up next week, your lordship.
What is the stand of the department?
Lordship.
What is this? What does the
They
department
said
say?
that the mill was closed in 2003, therefore the calculations were made on the basis of 2003 salary. Your lordship. But then there is a direction from the government to make the calculations on the basis of the new scale, your lordship, in 2014. But that was not done, your lordship.
Which is, where is the direction of the government?
That, because I haven't brought the brief, your lordship.
Oh. At the request of the council for the parties matter be listed next week. Next week,
Let's say we have paper 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, any date lordship.
let it come next week, let us see if we can segregate, we'll segregate next week.
We have not received the entire,
You appear, you renew your prayer for adjournment
yes.
in the next week.
Obliged.
At the at request of the parties matter stands adjourned for next week. Yes,
Obliged.
Made picture also. Lordship, before taking up item 11, I had mentioned item 21, your lordship. There is an interim order, your lordship. That has to be continued. I'm extremely sorry, your lordship.
interim order in 21 will continue.
Much obliged, your lordship.
Yes,
Made clear, your lordship. The petitioner here is seeking an appointment under the compassionate scheme, your lordship.
yes.
Your lordship, there is Annexure 1. Is a class 8 pass, your lordship.
His case was not considered or considered and rejected.
Now, considered and rejected, that was not made known to the petitioner, your lordship. After filing an RTI, she had been handed over the minutes of the SLC, wherein it has been recommended respondent number 5, your lordship. Whether the application of the petitioner was much prior in 2012, and the application of the respondent number 5 is in the year 2013. And reason, your lordship, will find that Annexure 10, your lordship.
Page number. Yes. Now, what about the district level? Let us find the
It has been
district level.
recommended. The district level is recommended.
Where is that?
Your lordship, yes, your lordship. Your lordship will find at page 27. Third column, District Aids and Veterinary Department.
Yes,
Lordship, after she was recommended, lordship, being not made known to the petitioners, the outcome of the SLC, she had filed an RTI, lordship. Lordship will find at page 37. Taking the reasons,
okay.
and by forwarding a lordship at page 38, the minutes of the SLC was
Now, why the SLC rejected?
yes, rejection, your lordship. At page 52, your lordship.
52,
Yes, your lordship.
yes.
Serial number 38. The reasons is about non-availability of the vacancy.
Hmm. Yes.
But if your lordship peruses page 39,
Hmm.
the vacancy position is mentioned in page 39, your lord.
Hmm. This is for which year?
Application is 2012,
Death?
then your lordship page 40
When did the husband expire?
on 22/12/2011. An application was made on 4th of January 2012.
Hmm.
Vacancy position, your lordship, you'll find at page 40.
Hmm. Yes.
The application of the petitioner was prior to the application of the respondent of 5, your lordship. But the respondent of 5 has been recommended, your lordship.
So what is the ground for accommodating or rejecting the petitioner?
Want of vacancy, your lordship.
So why was the respondent number 5 accommodated
That
if
was-
there are no vacancies?
No, that was not made known, your lordship.
Where are the reasons?
This is the minutes, your lordship.
Yes, tell us.
Your lordship may kindly go to page number 49,
49.
serial number 20.
Yes.
That is the response number 5.
Hmm.
He has been recommended against vacancy position year of 2014.
14.
14.
Why?
Application was 13, your lordship.
14. Application was 13. It is mentioned.
No, who was recommended for 11, 12 or 10, 11? No, when did he die? 11.
11, your lordship.
And she applied in 12.
2011.
So
Application was
11, 12.
4th of January 2012.
What is the vacancy position for 11, 12?
Your lordship will find it at page 40.
48, serial number 14.
No, no, no. Let us,
This is the vacancy
For
position.
vacancy
let us come
position
to page 40.
Yes, your lordship.
40.
40, the vacancy position for 11, 12 is 3 and 4, 7.
12 is 4, 2013 is 3, 14 is 5.
No, no, we are concerned with
12.
12.
12
Okay.
is 4, your lordship.
12 and 13.
13 is 3.
So 7 vacancies.
Yes, your lordship.
Then
Then your lordship may kindly come to page number 50. The reasons for why the applications were rejected. There are 3 grounds mentioned therein.
so non-availability can't be there.
Non-availability of vacancies as per roster registered. Now, for that purpose, your lordship, as they have actually mentioned therein, at the impugn page number 52, serial number 38, that is the petitioner, non-availability of vacancy as per roster register.
So what is the roster register? What was the vacancy position?
That is not known to me, your lordship, that the department can
That
only,
ought to have been brought on record by this time.
the department would be in a better position to actually say, what is that roster?
No, no,
register?
department has, whatever department has done, they have projected it to you on the basis of information from the department, you have passed the order. So now to say that you don't have the information department will have, then on what basis have you passed these orders? Get it?
Your lordship, respondent number 2 has also filed the affidavit.
Who's appearing for 2? Respondent 2 is the director.
Yes, your lordship. Animal has been reallowed.
Annual husband,
What do they say?
they have a standing council now.
Respondent number, if your lordship peruses page 3 of the affidavit at paragraph 9, the petitioner was recommended. And at paragraph 11, it's mentioned that it has rejected the proposal of the petitioner. And at paragraph 16,
Paragraph 17 also, your lordship.
and I already accorded approval for appointment of 16 out of 26 already. And I have made that as a clerical statement in my petition. At that point of time, the respondent of 5 didn't join your lordship. If even after being recommended.
Later on, he joined in 2019. The Lordship directed us to obtain that instruction as to when the respondent number 5 joined. And we got the instruction to that effect that he joined on 4th of June 2019. Otherwise, also respondent number 5 is related to 2014 vacancy.
So who's appointed in 12, 13?
That is there in the SLC minutes at page number 48, Your Lordship. For Dimas House, serial number 14. Sri Home BH Sonar,
This is for 2012.
12 vacancy.
And the response number 5 at serial number 20 for 14. Even at serial number
13,
20
there was nobody. In 14, respondent number 5.
and at serial number 24 for 15.
Why have you picked up on respondent number 5?
See, I have, it has not made known to me that he has been selected.
In your place?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Both their cases were taken up together.
His name doesn't find in the minutes of the DLC because his application was 2013. My application was 2012.
Where have you been informed?
I have not been informed of the minutes of the SLC, Your Lordship. I had got the agreement by an RTI, Your Lordship. Forwarding is at page 38. And RTI application at page 37.
Yes, get us the vacancy position for 11, 12.
Otherwise, it's mentioned in page at page number 40, the whole vacancy position.
No, your
Huh?
vacancy position is there, but you are saying vacancy is not available as per roster.
Roster.
Then
So that roster has to be obtained.
who will, from where will you obtain it?
That the department will be in a better position, Your Lordship.
Who is for the department?
For the veterinary department, Miss M. Kotoki is there.
She's not here now.
Even if Your Lordship,
Her name is not shown in the cause list.
Can't be
most
helped.
probably.
even if Your
Okay.
Lordship, the judgment passed by this honorable court, the case of the petitioner can be recommended also for a different department.
No, that would happen after 2015. 1/6/2015.
You get the instructions.
Because I'm not concerned with the other persons who have been
Heard.
appointed.
Learned counsel for the parties. This writ petition is filed with the petitioner. Agree by her non-consideration for appointment in compassionate ground pursuant to an application made by the petitioner. Stop. Her father, did so and so. Sorry, husband,
Husband, you know,
did so and so. Was working in which department?
as a peon, your lordship, in the district animal husbandry and veterinary department. Dima.
Working in a grade 4 post in the district animal husbandry and veterinary department, Dimahasao. Stop. He died in harness on 22/12/2011. Stop. Petitioner thereafter filed her application
4th
on
of January 2012.
4/1/2012. Stop. Her case was duly considered by recommended by the district level committee for appointment on professional ground. However, she was rejected by the state level selection committee by its minutes of the meeting, by its meeting held on 30/12/2015. In the said minute, it is shown that the petitioner was not selected as there was no vacancy as per the roster register. Stop. In the said minutes, the vacancy position on the animal husbandry, grade 4, for the year 2012 and 13 has been reflected as 4 and 3 respectively. Stop. However, it is not clear from the minutes as to how many vacancies were available in the said department as per the roster register. Stop. Learned counsel, para-learned counsel appearing for the respondent, Mr. Bora, submits that these instructions will be available to the veterinary and animal husbandry department, who is represented by standing counsel. Stop. Today, however, the standing counsel is not available in court, perhaps because her name was not reflected in the cause list. Stop. Be it as it may, considering that the writ petition has been pending since 2017, we request the government advocate, Mr. G. Bora, to obtain the required instructions from the Department of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary regarding the vacancy position as per the roster registered for the year 2012, 13, 14. 2012, 2013, 2014. Stop. These information be placed before the court and the next date fixed. Copy of this order be marked to the office of Mr. Bora for onward communication. Stop. Matter will be listed after 2 weeks. Mr. Konikor appears for respondent number 4. It will be under you only,
Transferred subject, your lordship,
transferred subject.
veterinary department. NCLs or.
NCLs, your lordship.
Transfer subject.
Transfer subject.
Transfer subject.
Not a transferred subject.
BTC is over. Every
Mr.
autonomous council.
Konikor will also endeavor to obtain the instructions as
Autonomous council.
directed by the court. List again after 2 weeks.
Much obliged.
Thank you.
Please, Lordship, I'm representing private respondent number 4, my lord. My appointment was challenged at page 17, my lord. By this time, my lord, I have already retired, got the promotion, and I died also, my lord.
Right.
I died. And in the meantime, I came to know, my lord, the petitioner, he is also retired.
None appears for the petitioner on call. The matter was last listed on 26/0/2020. Stop. Mr. J.I. Bhuiyan appearing for the private respondent submits that in the writ petition, the prayer made by the petitioner was for cancellation of
Page 17. my lord.
the promotional order granted to the private respondent. Stop. Mr. Bhuiyan submits that the private respondent, after being promoted, had in the meantime expired.
No, he retired and expired.
He retired, is superannuated and subsequently expired. Stop. He submits that the writ petitioner has also retired in the meantime. Stop. However, since none appears for the petitioner, matter stands passed over for the day.
Lordship,
Mr.
I may-
Bodhakur, what is your name?
I'm appearing for PHE.
Your name?
I bought her.
Bodhakur appears for
Lordship,
PHE.
Lordship, if I may bring on record, they had filed a writ petition with almost identical facts. They have mentioned it in their petition also at page number 5, writ petition civil of 6933/2015, where they had challenged the latest gradation list. That is also relevant here, but that was also dismissed because of non-appearance. I have the copy of the order with me.
You produce it next day. We are passing it over for the day.
Okay.
Passed over.
Okay.
My previous lordship, some accommodation needed, lordship, Mr. Somwa is out of station. Lordship, any date, October first week, lordship.
Yes,
We have filed our affidavit.
what is the issue about?
Look, issue is basically, he was a gardener come Mali and he was terminated because his service was discharged because pursuant to the notification of the judicial department, there is no scope because there was no sanction post. He wanted regularization. Then he was engaged against the Banglo peon and that service also discontinued because of the elevation of the honorable judge at that point of time. So basically his claim is regularization of his service as Mali and stand
He was working where? Under
under Kamrup Metro, my lord,
district session judge.
district and session judge. At that point of time.
Then he was terminated.
Yes, my lord.
Why was he terminated?
My lord, there was no sanction post. Page 28. In view of official communication dated so and so informing that the undersigned that engagement of casual employees will not be allowed beyond so and so. It is hereby informed that the services of all the casual employees working in this establishment ends with effect from 31/3/2016.
Two thousand sixteen, he was terminated.
Yes, my lord.
What is his prayer now?
His prayer
What is
is
the
that,
prayer here?
his prayer is that, my lord, this 31/3/2016 order, he wants quashing of that order. And
How many years of service he put it?
he wants regular appointment. He was 2002, he joined the establishment of district and session judge Kamrup as gardener Mali on temporary basis.
Against any sanction post?
No, there was no sanction post, my lord.
So who appointed him?
Appointment order to us, right?
Connection 12.
Page 12. Yes, I'll just take your lordship.
My lord, I have got an instruction from the judicial department. I think I have to bring this on record.
What is that instruction?
Instructions, my lord.
Lordship, please, 29 of the application.
My lord, the instruction says that there was no sanction post and on receipt of there was a proposal from the, my lord, district judge. On receipt of the said proposal, government in the judicial department, more finance department, which raised certain queries inter alia as to whether these employees are working against vacancies and if their services cannot be done away with within the year 2015-16. What kind of permanent solution should be proposed by the department? Accordingly, the judicial department by letter number such and such 18/5/15 requested the district and session judge Kamrup Metro for the required information and response. In response, the response number 2 by letter dated 15/6/15 intimate that the casual employees concerned are working against non-sanctioned post. Further, it was viewed that the creation of post may perhaps be permanent solution. Then again, finance department was moved, which eventually concurred that proposal for extension of terms of engagement of 14 numbers of casual employees up to 31/3/16, subject to condition inter alia that no further extension would be allowed beyond 31/3/16, and that services like pump operator, Mali, liftman, etc. should be outsourced, while some important as essential services. Creation of posts may be proposed at last resort. So, my lord, this is the thing. Then this the approval of the extension terms accorded by such and such was subject to condition of basing on the aforesaid government concurrence, the order dated 31/3/16 impugned in the instant writ petition came to be issued by the respondent. As such, there is no infirmity. So, my lord, basically, finance did not give any approval. They said that you have to go with, these few things, lift operator, then malis, this has to be outsourced. And till 2016 only, it was given concurrence. Temporary, my lord. And basing on that only, so I have to bring this on record, my lord. Let me bring this on record. Then my lord will take up the issue.
No, you bring it on record. No, we're not stopping you from that. We want you to find out if there is a way out. At least to consider some of the prayers. Mr. R. Dhor, Learned Counsel for the Senior Government Advocate submits that he has received instructions in the matter. We'd like to place it on record by way of an affidavit. It's for 2 weeks' time. MS so and so appears for the petitioner, Mr. H.K. Das for the Standing Counsel High Court. Matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks.
Lordship, can we fix it?
Let him file the affidavit first.
Lordship.
Deeply of that.
Please, the lordship, my lord, the matter pertains to restoration of the seniority of the petitioner, my lord. On last occasion, the government took time to file affidavit, but it has not been filed till today, my lord.
My lord, I apologize, my lord, though it's a matter of 17, but we wrote 2 letters, so no instruction is forthcoming, my lord. I am speaking it for the last time. I will do it, my lord. 3 weeks I may be given, my lord. I will ensure that the affidavit is put on record, my lord.
At the request of, what do you say? At the request of Mr. R. Dhor, matter stands adjourned for another 3 weeks, enabling him to file the affidavit as prayed for. Mr. D. Bora appears for the petition. Does not object to the prayer made. Please after 3 weeks.
May I please, my lord, matter relates to, my lord, we have challenged the process of selection for the, my lord, lecturer in the nursing colleges at the state, my lord. No affidavit has yet been, we have received, my lord. My lord, what has happened as per the advertisement, the earmark category of reserve, my lord, has been.
What have you challenged?
My lord, the challenge, my prayer is the selection process, my lord, which has been carried out, as well as the select list which had been published, my lord. My lord, if my lord may be pleased to take up the advertisement is at page 25, my lord, annexure 2. My lord, we are concerned with the, my lord, lecturer in the obstetrics and gynecology department in the nursing colleges of the state, my lord. Wherein my lord may be pleased to find that the total number of vacancy has been earmarked 5, out of which, my lord, the category has been shown to be open for 3, my lord, and the rest of the, my lord, 2 posts has been earmarked as a reserve category, my lord. For STP 1, OBC 1, my lord, and RF reserved for women is 1, my lord. So in this manner, my lord, 5 posts has been advertised, but when the select list had been published, my lord, if my lord may be pleased to take up at page 32, my lord.
You are for what category?
I am for the, my lord, lecturer in the ONG department, my lord.
No, which category?
Open category, my lord, open the woman, my lord. Now I am also a woman, my lord, and my lord, at page 32 is the select list, wherein my lord may be pleased to find the serial number 2, 3, 4, and 5, my lord. All has been, my lord, shown to be in the reserve category, and the general only for 1. And my lord, in the advertisement, there was no provision has been given for the viva voce.
No, general 3.
My lord. But here in the advertisement, my lord.
No, how many posts are there in the general? 3.
For general, it is 3.
3.
Now, if in the if you come
STP 1.
STP one, OBC one, two reserve,
OBC
my lord, general three,
So this is filled up,
my lord.
it's filled up as per the select list.
Yes, yes. That's why, my lord, the select list is also under challenge because they have, because they have not stick to the, my lord, original advertisement, my lord, when this post is being, my lord, selected and going to be filled up, my lord,
In
which has
what way?
already been filled up, my lord.
In what way?
My lord.
In what way do you say they have not subscribed to the advertisement?
No, my lord, the way is that the ones they have said that there will be only open category three numbers of posts. Now, if, my lord, we come down to the select list, my lord, the only open category has been earmarked only one post, my lord.
No,
My lord.
no. These two STP, they are STP people, but they are selected in open category.
My lord,
They have scored more marks, so they have gone into the open category.
that can be done, my lord.
No, not can be done, it is done. So therefore, three posts are filled up,
My lord.
one for OBC, one for STP. And all of them are women.
And secondly, my lord, the ground which we have averred in our petition, my lord, in the advertisement, there is no provision has been made for the viva voce examination. But when the, my lord,
But you appeared,
my lord,
in the process.
no, I appeared in the process, my lord, I appeared.
You
But
appeared
not-
in the process in 2015 and then you turn around and challenge in
No, my lord, when there is
2017.
a blatant violation of the rules specified, my lord, the rule of the game has been, my lord, they have not stick to, my lord. Then from my limited understanding, my lord, in that case, I can challenge, my lord.
What has been not followed?
My lord, the advertisement and the rule of the game which had been set into motion, my lord, was that there should not be any viva voce test.
Hmm.
But my lord, later on, they have carried out with the viva voce examination and this select list had been prepared, my lord. That's why, my lord, an affidavit is required, my lord. What is, how they have changed and what was the provision, it has not been filed yet, my lord. Short date may be given, my lord, if the affidavit comes, my lord.
Lordship, the affidavit was prepared by the earlier set of councils, but it was somehow not filed, Lordship. After the file has been handed over to us, this case has come up for the first time, Lordship.
So where is it written that first time, if it comes up, you are not supposed to file
Lordship,
a
it has come to our notice for the first time, Lordship, that the affidavit has not been filed.
When can you file it?
10 days, Lordship.
Why 10 days? If the affidavit is ready,
Lordship,
Was
we have
not-
to send it for vetting, Lordship.
no, this vetting business will not apply anymore. If you are the council, you take a call, whether it is to be filed or not filed. They have given you instruction.
Lordship,
Are they supposed to appreciate your drafting that you send it for vetting? When you receive the instruction,
Lordship,
on the basis of that, you file the affidavit. Where is the question of sending it for vetting again?
it requires the signature, Lordship.
Signature, they'll come to the court.
Lordship.
There are notaries available. We'll give you 1 week's time.
Lordship,
MSP Sharma, learned counsel for the APSC, submits that the affidavit on behalf of the APSC could not be filed. And in the meantime, there was a change of counsel. Therefore, she prays for further time. Stop. Considering the fact that the matter has been pending for some time, the matter stands adjourned for 1 week, enabling the respondent APSC to file their affidavit, as the instructions have been stated to have been received in the meantime. Mr. Via appears for the petitioner, Mr. Bora for
Respondent number one, my lord.
respondent 1. Placed after 1 week.
obliged, Lordship.
Obliged, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Chulia.
This was an application for compassionate appointment, but unfortunately, however, the petitioner has died in the meantime.
Oh,
So, may I pray, my lord, the sister of the petitioner wants to contest this matter, my lord. Take a chance, my lord, only condonation may be made for application.
no, but compassionate will have to be on the basis of an application.
So, for the application, my lord, that the limitation is already over.
for her. So that may be condoned only that matter I'll suggest, I'll pray for.
The sister wants to be implemented.
My lord,
All right, Mr.
Lordship,
for the,
it is the compassionate scheme. It doesn't provide for transfer from one person to another person.
You have not even considered,
Lordship,
Have
his
you
case was,
considered?
his case was rejected, Lordship.
rejected.
Yes, Lordship, in the DLC meeting, 24/3/2017, Lordship.
that was another challenge.
No, but they have not annexed that DLC minus, Lordship, in
The
our.
sister wants to contest that the rejection is not as per law.
If that rejection also goes, Lordship, then sister doesn't have that right, Lordship.
That we'll examine. That we'll have to examine. Assuming the case of the brother was wrongly rejected. Then are we to assume that no relief can be granted to the family? Assuming upon finding, we come to the finding that it was wrongly rejected. There were some considerations taken, not taken. So this will require some examination to decide. Rather than to take a very technical view that person has died, so close it. Or we can give liberty to the sister, but I don't see any bar, at least to examine. You file, let us see. But the fact remains that you did not file any application before the
No,
authority.
no.
So you can only contest the legality.
So only for the application, because if I find the application now for the sister, that will be treated as time bond. So only that condonation I require, that nothing else.
Condonation for filing an application.
My lord.
That
For the,
That we can grant, provided we come to a finding that the earlier rejection was not as per law. Assuming the petitioner was alive, and we come to a finding
but
that
on the
yes,
last occasion when the case came, my lord, I remember they took time for instructions from the department.
Lordship, that instruction, I have received,
At that
Lordship,
stage, they never stated that it was rejected by the judge.
but that minutes, I am having that minutes, Lordship.
you bring it on record. You bring that minutes on record. Is it not available yet?
Not yet.
Or you share a copy with Mr. Cholia? Mr. Borwa,
Lordship.
you hand over a copy to Mr. Cholia, let him go through the,
Yeah, I'll bring it on record then, the minutes.
they bring it on record. Let them bring it on record then. For filing substitution, you don't require liberty, you can file it if you want.
Here itself,
Here itself,
my lord. That I,
to grant you the liberty, to grant you your prayer for condonation, the party has to be implemented.
necessary.
Assuming we want to grant you, we may not grant you, that's a different issue.
That is, yes,
Mr. Borwa,
Lordship.
Learned Counsel for the respondent submits,
That's one number 3.
respondent 3 submits that instructions are ready, he'd like to bring it on record. Praise for 2 weeks' time. Bring it on record within 2 weeks.
Lordship.
Matter stands adjourned. Mr. Cholia appears for the petitioner. Senior counsel assisted by Mr. Sorenso.
I am.
In this case, my lord, petitioner already got appointment.
Hmm?
Petitioner already got appointment. Compassionate appointment, maybe cool.
Mr. Kandakar, learned counsel for the petitioner submits. The petitioner's grievance has been redressed. He has been appointed on compassionate ground during the pendency of the writ petition. Stop. He therefore does not wish to press the writ petition any further. Mr. Bora, as per the respondent, writ petition dismissed on as not pressed. Interim orders, if any, stands vacated.
Time up.
None appears for the parties on call passed over. You're appearing?
I for the other respond for the respondents, Lord.
What is this?
And for respond number 4.
Compassionate.
Compassionate Lordship.
Any instructions?
Lordship, as per the petition, Lordship, it says it is rejected by the DLC, Lordship.
No, from your department, is there any instruction
Lordship, no.
passed over for the day?
Obliged, Lord.
None appears for the petitioner, Mr. Vaidya appears for the respondent. Passed over. Yes.
My lord, this is the second round of litigation, my lord. The second round of litigation, my lord, the petitioner's father died on 2014, my lord. On 7/8/2014. Then subsequently applied on October 2014, my lord. Then at the first time, this case was placed before the DLC. First time, so DLC rejected it on the ground that there is no vacancy. my lord. That my note, my lord will find at my lord, page 25, my lord, and except date 11 pages, page 26. My lord. Item number 12, my lord.
25.
Page 25 is the first DLC meeting, my lord.
Hmm.
And 11 pages, page 26, my lord, item number 12, name of the department. Lordship will find executive engineer, PhD, Ding division so. Total vacancy grade 3 nil, my lord. So on the ground of non-availability of vacancy, my lord, the case was rejected, my lord. Now, thereafter, my lord, we have approached this honorable court, my lord. That my lord will find at page 33, the order as by this honorable selling that decision, my lord. Page 33, annex G.
Yes, then what happened?
The petitioner, page 34 is the relevant paragraph, my lord. The petitioner father while working as assistant engineer died in harness and so and so date. The petitioner being eligible in all respect made an application for appointment to grade 4 post on compassionate ground. According to the petitioner, the application was duly placed before the DLC Nagaon, and while doing so, the superintendent engineer Nagaon PhD circle had indicated that there is no vacancies of Ding division, as and when the Ding district level committee set on 20/2/2006, the case of the petitioner did not receive consideration for want of vacancy. So and so submits that the entire process was carried out incorrectly, in as much as my lord, 11 point of time, there was almost 9 vacancies of Nagaon division circle of PhD. In subtop, there are references made to paragraph 7 of the petition to say that there was as many as 9 vacant post of grade 3 under the Nagaon PhD circle. Therefore, the view expressed by the DLC, Nagaon, as well as the office concerned that there is no vacancy stated to be wholly incorrect. Mr. So submits that there is a matter, this is a matter which required to be remitted back to the office of the superintendent of engineer Nagaon PhD to ascertain as to whether or not there was any vacancies for the making appointment on compassionate ground on the date when the application, the petition was followed to the district level committee. Now, my lord, finding of this owner report, having regard to the submission made, this court is of the view that a fresh exercise required to be undertaken by the superintendent so and so as regard vacancies obtaining under the compassionate ground on the date when the application petition was forwarded to the district level committee in Nagaon. That exercise be completed within a period of 4 weeks from today. If the respondent number 4, superintendent of Nagaon circle arrives at a decision that there was a vacancy available, necessary step will be taken for following the case of the petitioner for consideration before a DLC, my lord. Now, my lord, the case was again forwarded to the DLC for the second time. And that my lord will find it page 37.
30?
And 11 page is my lord, page 42, lord. Item 15, my lord.
Yes.
Against item number 15, lordship, it's 14, my lord. The total number of vacancies grade 3 is 5, my lord. So again, it was rejected on the ground of non-availability of vacancy. So this is why we are before your lordship against that.
Where is, according to you, are the vacancy position? Where is the
My
vacancy?
lord, vacancy position, my lord, if your lordship kindly look into page 30, my lord. Because the entire Nogang division, my lord. Page 30, my lord. The read petition, my lordship will find that they have given a chart, main in
Yes.
position under PHE, Nogao settlement. Now lordship will find from Nogao, Hujai, Kaliabor, Dhing and Morigaon. 4 district, my lord. Now against Nogao, Morigaon, my lord, Nogao, my lord will find there is a 3 vacancy, my lord. 10 minus 7, 3. Then my lord Hujai, 10 minus 8, 2. Then my lord Koliabor, 8
No, no,
minus
in what post are you?
my lord, junior assistant, grade 3,
Grade 3.
12, item number 12. Column, item number 12, in
Item
page
12,
13. My lord.
So
3 to 2 is my lord 7 to 9. According to me, that is 9. And when they forwarded the number of the vacancy, they, my lord, excluded 4 vacancies in 2 divisions. My lord.
so the vacancy is 3, 2, 2, 2.
2, my lord.
Total 9.
Yeah, it should be 9. My lord.
Total 9.
They should 5 excluded 4 vacancies while sending it to the DLC.
Why?
No, sir. And secondly, my lord, this lordship will find the fresh DLC was, my lord, was convened lordship in 2017, my lord. 27, 2017.
Come to page number 42.
42, lordship, yes.
In serial number 15,
15, my lord.
this is for executive engineer Dhing.
Ding, my lord.
So under this office, only your case was considered.
Yeah, only my case was. And my lord, this second fresh round of DLC was, my lord, convened on 2017. By this time, my lord, lordship is aware that 1/6/2015 office memorandum came into force, my lord.
Hmm.
And as per N. Swantu's decisions, my lord, the scheme which was in force on the date of consideration, my lord, should hold the field.
Hmm.
And accordingly, my lord, para 15 of that OM, my lord, if say for argument, my lord, if the vacancy is not able, they have to consider the vacancy of the other office of the district, my lord. To arrive at a just conclusion finding, my lord. And there is a decision of this honorable court, my lord.
Yes, what do you say?
Well, first and foremost, this is a rejection by the DLC. Perhaps DLC has to justify. Apart from that, my lord, lordship, I was reading and lordship, I found a judgment wherein lordship was the author. It's reported in 2022 4 GLT, my lord. It says, my lord, once we have overcome that financial duress, and it has been, that application is deemed to be spent its force, my lord. So in my humble submission, my lord,
No, this is a matter where it has to be reconsidered pursuant to orders of the court.
yes, my lord. Now, no, I am drawing a logic that it's 2023 now. So, my lord, since it has been rejected that time, perhaps this petitioner has.
We want to know why it was rejected.
My lord, so DLC has to justify it.
Yes, DLC. Why was it rejected?
Lordship, as per, if your lordship perusses page number 36,
Hmm.
the total vacancy position is 5 numbers.
Hmm.
So even if that is considered, your lordship, 5% of the total vacancy, so minimum 20 posts has to be there to consider 1 post under compassionate appointment. Since the total vacancy, vacant posts were 5, that's why most probably the DLC at page number 41. And they had stated also total vacancy grade 3 is 5. They have not denied it. But under compassionate appointment, nil. they have stated they're not recommended due to want of requisite vacancy. So they have followed the OM, that is 5% of the available vacancies are earmarked for compassionate appointment. So that position, of course,
Where is that vacancy position again?
at page number 36.
30.
I'm going by page number 36 because that is what is actually
What is annexure? Where did you get it from? Page number 30.
You know, my lord. Maybe the for page 29, I do not know, my lord. If your lordship look into the earlier previous page, 13 May 2015, in I am enclosed here, they sell along with the enclosure in original. Part of that is the enclosure annexed to the letter, my lord. Part of that. Like, no. Able to say.
total number of vacancies.
Now, unless there are at least 20 vacancies, that 5% quota, how is it to be met?
And then, my lord, the para 15 of that 1/6/2015 OM said, my lord, if sufficient vacancies are not available in a particular office to accommodate the person in the waiting list for compassionate appointment, it is open to the administrative department of the office to take up the matter with other department officers of the government to provide at an early appointment on compassionate ground to those in the waiting list. And when, my lord, 2007, a fresh DLC was convened, to pick up my case, my lord, 2015, I am also holding the field.
From the minutes, it appears that in most of the departments, under most of the departments, vacancies were not available. From the minutes of the DLC.
Lordship.
Where is your name at? 15,
Lordship,
serial number 15.
call number 15, my lord.
What have you brought on record by the additional affidavit?
My lord, on additional affidavit, my lord, we have just brought out the vacancy position.
Hmm.
No. We have brought out, my lord, LDA. My lord, reply, RTI reply, my lord. RTI reply. That my lord will face 5, my lord. And vernacular is page 7. In personal application of so Amguru is there. In the year 2014-15, one appointment has been made under competition appointment in Nogam Public Health Engineering Department in Nogam District. Since 2014 till date by Nogam Public Health Engineering, there are 7 persons yet to be appointed under compassionate ground. 2014-2016, there has been a vacant post of grade 3 and grade 4 under PW, which has been given below.
Mr.
Post grade 4.
Mr. Bora, in the RTI reply, you see there is only one post which is available and that is filled up.
Your lordship, I don't have a copy of the additional affidavit.
Someone has
Give him a copy. You serve him a copy.
yes, my lord.
You
Pardon,
kindly
Mr.
see the RTI reply. This is from the office of the PHE. Paragraph number 3 and 3.
2 and 3, your lordship.
Please.
There are one post has been filled up.
Khalasi.
Now on what basis?
Other 3 LDA posts have been reserved on the basis of 60 to 40 for direct recruitment as per government order.
No, but one post is filled up on compassion. On what basis?
One post has been filled up. Khalasi.
On what basis?
Since 2014, 15 and 16, only one grade 4 Khalasi post has been appointed on compassionate ground under Nagaon PHC division of Nagaon district.
Hmm.
He is claiming under grade 3. Not grade 4. Page 42.
Then LDA also 3 posts are shown.
So they are reserved on the basis of some government order. That is also not very clear.
So find out.
That perhaps your lordship PHE Nagaon will be in a better position. Executive engineer PHE Nagaon. My learned friend can actually obtain a distraction from.
You're a government council, you can do it. They're giving liberty to both. Please get it on record.
And my lord, this whole conundrum has been based upon this Annexure E. And this document has no head or no tail. Who has stamped
No,
it? Who has
all
given
right.
this?
Therefore, we are asking you
My
to furnish the vacancy position.
I'll bring the vacancy position.
I heard
Copy the
certain council for the parties. Mr. B. Ugoi, appearing for PHE, and Mr. G. Bora, appearing for the respondent departments, will obtain the vacancy position for the year 2014-15-16 in respect of grade 3 and grade 4 posts available for compassionate appointment. Vacancy position on grade 3 and grade 4 posts under the Public Health Engineering Nogam. List after 2 weeks.
Lovely. Magic dot. Well, the defense of the, has been this matter. Has been appointed matter.
It is submitted by the learned counsel for the petitioner that the petitioner has since been appointed. Is appointed
Yes, madam, it is appointed.
and does not wish to press the writ petition any further. Accordingly, writ petition stands dismissed, as not pressed, interim orders, if any, stands vacated. Mr. S.R. Borua appears for the respondent.
Lovely.
Lovely.
May it pleases you, Lordship. Matter pertaining to the compassionate appointment, Your Lordship. The petitioner father late Arjun Nunia worked as grade 4 employee under Executive Engineer PWD Silchar Building Division, who died in harness on dated, Your Lordship, 2/12/2015. Your Lordship, thereafter, Your Lordship, petitioner had applied to one application, Your Lordship, that I have annexed it, Your Lordship. At page 13 to 14, Your Lordship, on dated 12/1/2016,
Yes.
as prescribed format, Your Lordship. Thereafter, Your Lordship, copy of the later dated 28/2016, which was forwarded before the Deputy Commissioner of Kasar, Your Lordship, page 15 to 16. Annexure C, Your Lordship. But due to non-attending the representation application of the petitioner, Your Lordship, petitioner has approached the Honorable Court earlier also, Your Lordship, page 17 to 19, Your Lordship, Annexure D. With petition 5475/2017, Your Lordship. I would like to take Annexure D, Your Lordship. Thereafter, Your Lordship, on dated 8/9/2017, that is on page 18, Your Lordship, it was considered, Your Lordship, the Honorable Court has directed to consider the petitioner prayer, Your Lordship. Thereafter, Your Lordship, on dated 2010/2017, Your Lordship, one letter was received, Your Lordship, by DLC, which I have annexed in page number 20 as Annexure E. Showing that ground DLC Kasar, I would like to read, Your Lordship. With reference to the above, I would like to
No,
inform
you
you
read
that,
the relevant part only.
yes, Your Lordship, DLC Kasar Silchar could not recommend your proposal for appointment on compassionate ground due to lack of vacancy, Your Lordship. Thereafter, Your Lordship, one RTI has been made, Your Lordship, on dated 1/2/2017, Your Lordship, Annexure 5, page 24. By me, Your Lordship. Then in reply to your RTI dated so-and-so, the vacant,
When did you file your application?
that is 1/2/2017. Dated.
Hmm.
And it was reply against that on 14/11/2017.
So there are 20 posts.
Yes, Your Lordship, page 25, here it was clearly mentioned that there is 10 numbers of vacant posts there, which is 5%. That is round figure. If we do 0.5, round 1 post is still vacant, Your Lordship. Last page, Your Lordship, page 25, it was clearly mentioned 10 number of vacant post is available, Your
Yes.
Lordship.
Your Lordship, we have, the matter has come up for the first time since 2018. In the meantime, we have received the Paravis comment.
What does it say?
Paravis comments, it says that one post of LD assistant has already been filled up on compassionate ground on 2/1/2017 as per recommendation of SLC. And they have given the detailed breakup as to the 5% vacancy for total vacant position and the available vacancy position. So I'd like to bring everything on record, Your Lordship. That would actually clear the whole dilemma, because if Your Lordship peruses to this particular section also, it will clear the whole confusion.
Only- नया वाला जहाँ-
Tina Nunia is the petitioner.
Tina Noon.
Hmm. No, this was in 2013
13.
and the vacancy RTI reply is showing 2016, 17, 17, 18, 10, 10, 20 vacancies.
Perhaps that is in relation to some other official lordship.
No, assistant executive engineer.
Executive engineer.
These instructions are not correct.
And somewhat old also, your lordship.
Then
Pretty old.
why are you handing on to these, holding on to these instructions?
In fact, the matter has come up for the first time since 2018, after 5 years. 22/6/18 was the last time it got listed. You know. Notice was issued.
How many times do you want the matter to come up?
No, your lordship, even once also.
There is some CD also.
That is what the paradise comment.
They have sent you everything,
Everything.
but you did not choose to reply back.
Earlier,
Mr. D. Bora, learned government advocate, is permitted 2 weeks' time to obtain the correct vacancy position in the office of Executive Engineer, PWD, Silchar, Building Division, Silchar. This position is required to be placed before the court in view of the RTI reply issued by the PIO, Assistant Executive Engineer, under the office of the Executive Engineer, Silchar, Building Division, Silchar, by communication dated what is the date? What is the date of the communication? Page 24? 30/11.
Copy of the application, your lordship,
1/12/2017.
12/1/2016, your lordship,
Come to page number 24 and tell us the date.
or 24.
In terms of the said RTI reply,
RTI 1/2/2017,
in terms of the said RTI reply,
reply 14/11/2017.
for the years 2016, 17 and 17, 18, within bracket up to 27/11/2017, total of 20 vacancies within bracket 10 each have been reflected. Stop. Under such circumstances, the respondent department is directed to place before the court the reasons as to why the case of the petitioner was rejected on the ground of lack of vacancies.
Your lordship, if I may point out one particular aspect, your lordship, at page number 25, the total strength is 12 posts. 12 posts of LDA. And as per this paravise comments also, your lordship, 5% of this whole 12 posts was considered to be 0.6 and 1 post was there. And they have stated in the paravise comment that 1 post of LD assistant has already been filled up.
In 13,
In 2017, they have, the SLC has recommended. It was recommended
in your
on
comments, you have pointed out that it was filled up in 2013.
No. They have stated that 1 post of LD assistant has already been recommended by DLC on 10/12/2013. And ultimately, the SLC recommended him on 2/1/2017.
Could be, but the vacancy is of 13.
13.
2013.
What
That
are
is
you
what.
submitting, Mr. Bora?
No, I understand, but I have to.
So if you
obtain that-
understand, why are you wasting time?
But
You
I'm
get the instruction.
only on the
The
total.
vacancy of 2017 could not have been filled up or recommended in 13.
I'm saying,
Recommendation of 13 being filled up in 17 does not mean it's a vacancy of 2017.
I understand. But
So we want to know from the RTI, the reply you have given, in terms of this, there are 10 vacancies, 20 vacancies.
20.
So there is a clear 1 vacancy available. So what happened to that vacancy? Matter will be listed after 2 weeks. MSP does appears for the petition.
Deeply obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship? My lord, this matter is pertaining to the 3% non-concessional 3% under disability, my lord, quota. What happened, my lord, on last occasion, my lord, there is an understanding that he will be appointed by the authority, my lord. But for last few months, I am not in touch, my lord. I couldn't contact over telephone number which is given, not working. So, my lord, after 2 weeks, I may take the instruction.
How?
My lord, I have to send the letter. My lord.
Better to close it.
My lord, I have to take the instruction, my lord, physically disabled candidate, my lord. He was supposed to be appointed.
From 2018, you have not been receiving any instruction.
No, my lord, not that, my lord. After that, my lord, for last around long time, I have not in touch.
Then
So I may be given 2 weeks time. I'll bring the instruction, my lord. What happened? Whether he appointed or not, my lord.
is the person appointed?
His present status, I do not know, Lordship. I will file the affidavit, Lord.
Mr. A.K. Talukdar, learned counsel to the petitioner, submits that he has not been able to contact the petitioner and therefore prays for 2 weeks further time to complete his instructions. MS D. Bora appears for the respondent, placed after 2 weeks. Yes.
May it please your lordship. When the petitioner was appointed in the year 2010 as constable in CISF, he has completed my lord military basic training. Thereafter, he was sent for probation period, my lord. But during probation, my lord, he felt some problem in his left thigh. And finally, in the year 2014, my lord, he was discharged from service, placing him low medical category. Now I am praying for disability pension, my lord. They have given affidavit, my lord. In their affidavit, they said that it is under consideration, my lord, but no final order has been passed. Kindly see page 26, my lord,
26.
in affidavit in opposition.
Lord, pleadings are over. May the matter be fixed for hearing, Lordship.
What is there to be heard? Where is your page? 26.
Yes, my lord, next 10 of the affidavit in opposition. It starts-
Decision of MHA.
Yes, my lord. It starts from 9th line from top, my lord. Accordingly,
You
Mr.
consider this
Yes, my lord, no order has been passed.
page 26 of the affidavit. Annexure Roman 10.
Accordingly, the matter has been taken up with the MSA for examination in consultation with the Department of Pension and Income for grant of pensionary benefit. Decision of MSA is still with. And as per law, my lord, I am entitled because during training or during service period, I became my lord.
Page number 26. Page 26.
Have you seen that? It's a WT or an email. It's an email.
WT.
You get the status
Yes,
by Friday?
next week, Lordship. By next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday,
20
28.
27.
27. List on 27 enabling MS
27, I have some problem. 28, 29,
29th
yes,
enabling learned CGC to obtain instructions in respect of the email dated
Lordship, I'm appearing on behalf of IKD Church.
16/7/2018. whereby it is mentioned that the decision of the MHA was still awaited in respect of the benefits in respect of the disability benefit sought for by the petitioner. Stop. Srimati Devi will obtain the instructions and place it before the court on 29th. MSS Bora appears for petitioner. LDP appears on behalf of DSGI. CGC appears on behalf of DSGI. You're a CGC or
I'm appearing on behalf of.
you're not a CGC?
No, no.
Appearing on behalf of DSGI.
Yeah, please, kindly pass over the matter for that day.
Matter passed over at the request of.
So in this matter, my name has not been reflected. I am the respondent, I am for the respondent number 2, 3 and 4, Assam State Housing Board, Lordship.
Your
It's-
name? Your name?
My name is T.R. Gogoi, Lordship.
Registry to reflect the name of Mr. P.R. Gogoi as stand counsel for respondents
2, 3 and 4, Lordship.
2, 3 and 4.
Let's
So-
proceed.
Much appreciated.
My lord, in this case, my lord, the instruction is to be received, my lord.
Hmm?
What is the present status of the client, my lord? So some time may be granted to take instruction.
Friday. Monday, based on Monday.
Okay.
Enabling the learned counsel to obtain this, complete his instruction. MSD Bora and MS.
For health department. What's your name?
Learned counsel appeals for the respondent. Yes. Yes.
Petitioner is aggrieved against the annex of 5 notification passed by the finance department whereby instead of higher gate play, they have given some financial benefit lower than the actual gate play. In conformity, in anomalies with the Assam Service ROP Rule 2017. Well, that is why the state government has constituted an anomaly committee looking into given, but the anomaly report was submitted way back in 2017, but the government has not accepted. In similar facts, facts and circumstances, this honorable court has already passed an order. May I place that order for your lordship?
Yes.
Is a judgment dated 11/12/2017 passed in a series of writ petition.
So what is the final direction?
Direction, the last part, Malak. Considering Malak, the state government have already constituted a pay anomaly committee and placed the matter for it regarding that drawal of graduate scale and going to transfer. The state government, as per
Who's
this,
for the respondents?
the finance department, AG and state government.
Yes, finance, AG, state government.
Finance, on last occasion, short time to file affidavit. They are the main party here, Your Lordship. I am appearing for the chief secretary only. Your Lordship, Mr. P. Nayak is the sending counsel.
What can be done if they're not here?
Lordship,
It is squarely covered by this direction.
He says it is squarely covered by this.
he'll be in a better position to.
We don't know.
In this batch of writ petition, the finance was represented by the Mr. Nayak and the Shaikia.
If Your Lordship takes it up at 2, Your Lordship, I'll inform him in the meantime.
Friday, we'll take it up on Friday. Friday, let them be available,
20.
or we can take it up on Wednesday also. Is it all right for you?
Well,
Mr.?
That
On-
order could be maybe in the.
We'll keep it Wednesday.
Hello.
Yes. List on Wednesday. The request of the answers to the respondent. Yes. कोई अभी निकल के देखो सर।
My lord, in this case, I am appearing for S1 number 3. I am praying for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition.
None appears for the petitioner, passed over. MSS 4 appears for the respondent.
3.
3.
Sir, in this matter, your lordships wanted me to get instruction. But the extra copies I have received on Thursday, I have sent letter on Friday. But some time will be required to get the instruction.
Mr. H.K. Das, learned counsel appearing for
Hmm?
the
Thursday session. You can circulate it.
appearing at the request of this court on behalf of the respondents,
Respond number 2.
respondent 2, seeks further time to obtain the
Melo.
instructions in the matter. Mr. Gogoi,
Digo.
D. Gogoi appears for the petition. List after 2 weeks.
3 weeks, my lord. If
3
required
weeks.
some pleadings also, I will file, my lord.
All right, 3 weeks.
Yes.
Hello.
Deep.
Yes, Mr. Manna.
This matter relates to the punishment of the petition of dismissal from service. What has happened? There was a criminal case against him. Just before going into the matter, I'm just putting in the facts of the case. There was a criminal case instituted against the petitioner where he was initially convicted. Subsequently, he was in the appeal. His conviction was converted and he was sent on probation under the Provision of Offenders Act and under Section 4. And then thereafter, in the meanwhile, the authority issued a show cause to him and he replied. Subsequently, he was terminated without conducting any inquiry on the ground that he was convicted by the in a criminal case. Now, the question this will rise here is whether the petitioner is entitled to be terminated without inquiry under Section 311(2) of the Constitution. If the petitioner is given is let off under the provision of Offenders Act, and Section 12 of the Provision of Offenders Act says that that the person cannot be, your lordship, on the conviction being or he was sent on probation. Section 12 of the Act will specifically state that he will not suffer disqualification. So that part is there in Section 12. This is the basis of the whole case. Now, there are two things that your lordship will have to look into. First is whether Section 12 of the Act will be applicable here. That obviously I will come into that. And the second part is when you have already started an inquiry under Section 311, Article 311(2), then whether that inquiry, without going into the further inquiry, you simply without the inquiry terminate or dismiss the employee. These
Without
are-
inquiry.
Huh?
Without inquiry.
Without it. Yes, there was no inquiry
That is
conducted, departmental inquiry. He was removed, he was actually dismissed from service on the ground that there was
that
a
is the
conviction.
purpose of 311.
311, yes. But Section 12 of the Act that your lordship I have quoted in page paragraph 21
of the writ petition. These are the 2 points that your lordship will see. Page 12, para 21. I'll just read that. So this thing has to be seen whether he is applicable or it is applicable or not. Page 12.
Yes.
Last paragraph 21. The petitioner begs to state that the provision of Offenders Act 1958 enables the court to grant the release of the offender unconditionally or release on provision instead of sentencing him to imprisonment. Section 4 thereof lays down, notwithstanding anything contained in any other law for the time being in force, the court may, instead of sentencing him at once to any imprisonment punishment, direct that he be released on his entering into a bond with or without sureties to appear and receive sentence when called upon during such period, not exceeding 3 years as the court may direct, and in the meantime to keep the peace and of good behavior. Now, the act then provides section 12. Notwithstanding anything contained in any other law, a person found guilty of an offense and dealt with under provision or provisions of section 3 or 4 shall not suffer disqualification, if any, attaching to a conviction of an offense under such law. So this point, disqualification point, so he cannot be disqualified. Yes, if there is a inquiry held under 311, then it's okay, but you cannot simply cite her without inquiry going to that.
All right.
This is basically what I'm trying to point out. These are the 2 aspects of the matter. The first, they have also issued notices to me under section 311 for an inquiry, and I have
Where is
replied.
that? Where is the impugned order?
That order your lordship will find page 91. Seventh of July 2020. So he was dismissed. Then this inquiry was not conducted. Initially, there was notice was given to him, but as this initial notice, your lordship will find at page. Eight. 83, your lordship.
Yes.
So initiation was there, but this order was passed without continuing with the inquiry. This is basically my case. And secondly, your lordship, in this case, when then there is a bar in the removal of disqualification attaching to conviction, where under the act of provision of Offenders Act.
What is the allegation here?
His allegation was misappropriation of money. He was a chokidar. A chokidar in a particular, this particular department. So there was an allegation of misappropriation of money amounting to 2,17,000. But that money was ultimately returned back by the person concerned, which is incorporated in the judgment of the criminal appellate court. So that is there. And the court on the basis of that has given the judgment under the provision of Offenders Act. So provision of Offenders Act 12, section 12, if your lordship has the book or I can provide it, that it says that disqualification will be. I have a copy of.
Provision of Offenders Act.
Neither the economic details.
Yes.
The section 12. I have quoted that, but this is the, it is there in the book. Section 12. So here, for the removal of disqualification, So my disqualification can be, now they could have done it. They could have dismissed or removed me from service, terminated my service on the ground that they're following 311 by having an inquiry. So which they have not. Now, this is the clash between the two sections. The Article 311 inquiry has to be done. That was not done. Probation of Offenders Act gives me that leeway of not being disqualified. These are the two.
Okay, all pleadings are complete?
Yes, they have filed the affidavit.
Yes.
Both the parties have filed their affidavit.
File our affidavit, Lordship. I need record maybe call for Lordship
What record?
of this case, Lordship, because Lordship, here in our affidavit, we said some enquiry was done like this.
No,
You
the
do call for-
affidavit
Your
of-
Lordship,
Once you file the affidavit, unless we feel necessary, we may not call for the records.
your
If you
Lordship-
want, you can call for it.
If your Lordship take up the affidavit in opposition filed by respondent number 4, Lordship.
Yes.
There are two affidavits by 1 and 4.
Respondent number 4, Lordship, paragraph 13, Lordship, page 5.
Mm.
May I read, Lord? That with regard to the statement made in paragraph number 15 of the writ petition, the deponent submitted the response number 4, being in charge DDO, acting deputy director of economics and statistics, Karimganj subordinate to the appointing authority, could not exercise the statutory power like full-fledged deputy director. After an inquiry, he forwarded the matter to the response number 3, the director of economics and statistics, Assam, being a next higher authority by office letter dated so and so, with a request to pursue the enclosed records and kindly take up necessary steps for further proceeding if any required issue instructions, order, etc. in this regard.
14 also, Lord. 14. 14 to 14.
Here, Lordship, we have said that inquiry, Lordship. And in Lordship, in respond, affidavit filed by the respondent number 1, Lordship, this is the government, Lordship. Because Lordship, paragraph number 7, Lordship. Filed by respondent number 1, paragraph number 7, Lordship. Next page, second paragraph, Lordship.
Yes.
The Transformation and Development Department moved Judicial Department for views of the Honorable Legal Representative Assam as to whether further inquiry will be required on the matter. That means some inquiry was there, Lordship.
No, and paragraph 14 states here the inquiry. That's why I stated with regard to the respondent number 4 affidavit, para 14 specifies that there was the inquiry was started. I also said that inquiry has been started. I'll read the para 14. With regard to the statement made in paragraph 16 of the writ petition, the answering department respectfully states that in response to the above letter of the director, so and so, advised the respondent number 4 to issue so-called notice and initiate DP if required against the petitioner Deepak De, and furnish the report to the respondent number 3 for further action. As per the instruction above, as the petitioner is convicted by the court of law in criminal case without DP, he was simply issued a so. Now, then your lordship, then they have admitted in paragraph 17, they have admitted they did not make any comment with regard to all these allegations that we made in paragraph 19 to 26. With regard to no anchor. Yes, they have issued the so-called notice. I made a reply. Up to that, it was fine. Then the respondent number 1 said that they took whether inquiry should be conducted or not from the legal remembrancer, and that report is not there. It's not my lookout, your lordship. I have specifically made my case on the fact that in the meanwhile, I was terminated. Where is the inquiry then? And this affidavit was filed after my writ petition. In the writ petition, I have annexed the termination order. That they should have known whether inquiry is conducted or not. They have stated They have taken a view of the legal remember, sir, whether inquiry should be conducted or not after terminating me.
Yes. But you were convicted.
I was convicted. I was convicted and I was given provision under section 4 of the act. And then section 12 comes. I have nothing to say on that. 311, they have started inquiry under 311. They say so. So why didn't you complete the inquiry? If on the inquiry, they could have done it. Without inquiry, they cannot do it because of the bar of section 12 of the provision of offender. This is my case. And the affidavit that they have taken the views of the legal remembrance after my termination, whether inquiry DP has to be conducted or not. After my termination, how they can conduct a DP or not.
What is the implication of not suffer disqualification? Under 12, says you will not suffer
Or
disqualification.
disqualified.
What is the implication of that?
That implication, according to what I have stated in the petition, is that my implication of disqualifications means my service here. So I could not be removed from the service, terminated from the service on the ground of that particular. Yes, you can terminate me under 311 after an inquiry. Your lordship knows a criminal case and the departmental inquiry can be done. You cannot take a course of that criminal case where I have given the protection and dismiss me from service. That is the only thing. You could have done it if you have conducted the end.
No, it is disqualification attached to the conviction.
Yes,
So
exactly.
is there any disqualification attached to the conviction? In the order
No, yes, if a person is convicted and put to jail without this provision, then directly he can be removed from service without inquiry. That is there. That is correct. Here the issue is a bit, there is the twist that though I was convicted, I was given the provision of 4 days on the ground, under section 4. Therefore, this disqualification part comes that don't become disqualified on the basis of the conviction. Simple as that. But there could be some arguments put by them, I don't know.
Yes.
Affidavit does not show anything here.
Yes.
Lordship, but although he was given that benefit of probation, Lordship, but that conviction part was not set aside, Lordship. That remains, Lordship.
Therefore, provision.
Therefore, provision.
Otherwise, what
section
is the
12.
need of provision? Provision is only upon in conviction. All right. We'll take it up for admission hearing.
Yes.
Give us a date for admission hearing. As the pleadings are complete, learned counsels submit that the matter can be taken up for admission hearing. Date. (27). Let us have it on 5th October. 5th of October.
I think it's a holiday.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, not a holiday. It's okay. Okay, not 5th of October.
5th of October.
Much obliged.
5th October. Yes.
Yeah, please say a lot. It's matter regarding compassionate appointment. Earlier, the question they took time for instruction law.
Lordship, instructions have not yet been received. It take 1 week time, your lordship. The only instruction that requires is like when
Mr. G. Bora, learned Government advocate prays for further 1 week time for obtaining instruction. Matter will be listed after 2 weeks. MS so and so learned counsel for the petitioner does not object. List after 2 weeks.
Deeply obliged.
Lordship, this matter relates to transfer of the petitioner from Guwahati Medical College. Lordship, the impugn order is at page 16. He was released from the Guwahati Medical College and placed with the disposal of the Director of Medical Education so that he may be posted in another medical college. Lordship, he was working initially. He was working as an artist in the pathology department. Subsequently, what had happened, Lordship, they had transferred me in the pulmonary department, Lordship, and therein the post was different and the works assigned to me were that of office assistant, Lordship. So subsequently, I prepared a representation. They did not consider that, and I was placed under the disposal of the Director of Medical Education for transferring me to any other medical college. So I came before this court. This court protected me, Lordship. Subsequently, Lordship, what had happened, I sought for a certificate from the authorities seeking, Lordship, the works done by me with effect from 1996. But what they had done, Lordship, they gave a certificate wherein a break of service was apparent, Lordship. And I was also agreed by them. Now I want that I may be taken back to that post of artist in the pathology department.
You were transferred.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, madam, what do you say?
I have filed my affidavit, Lordship.
What is your stand there?
As per Honorable Court order dated 16/8/2021, Lordship, he is presently holding the post of in the Department of Pulmonary Medicine. Actually, he is appointed as artist in the original post is the artist in the Department of Pathology. Dated 2/1/96, Lordship. So I think he should be rewarded to that post, Lordship, because he has no knowledge about the computer.
What have you stated in your affidavit? That is what we want to
Affidavit
know.
I have stated.
That was the requirement of the authorities at that point of, that much only they have stated in.
Yes, Lordship. There are 6, Lordship. There are 6, may I read, Lordship?
Yes.
The deponent next to state that the transfer was done as an urgent measure to overcome the shortage of senior assistant and junior assistant in various departments of Guwahati Medical College. The junior assistant, senior assistant in different departments is either HS pass or graduate. The petitioner is a graduate and there is no question that he cannot do such duties done by the assistants. And para 9, Lordship.
Yes.
The writ petition, the deponent begs to state that as per Honorable High Court's order dated 8/3/21 and the representation of the petitioner, Sri Hiten Pathak petitioner, artist dated 26/2/21, the petitioner is presently posted by GMC order number so-and-so dated 26/3/21 in Pulmonary Medicine Department, GMCH, was allowed to rejoin to Professor and HOD Pulmonary Medicine Department, GMCH, dated 26/3/21. So his original post is in the Department of Pathology, Lordship, as an artist, Lordship. So both the in the present post, I think he has no qualification, that is computer knowledge, Lordship.
So you will have to transfer him back?
The principal, respondent number 3, Lordship.
You are appearing for whom?
I am appearing for the health department. Respondent number 3 has filed affidavit, Lordship.
He says that he can do the work. There is no difficulty in doing the work, para 6.
That he say, my thing.
No, what is your stand that I want to know? You are agreeable to transferring him back?
Lordship may give me some time, Lordship. I'll tell what is the present status.
All
Lordship.
right. MSD or standing
Presently, he's
council.
working on in the pulmonary department, Lord.
You were transferred from where?
I was transferred from pulmonary department to any other medical college. and placed-
Pathology department to pulmonary department.
Are you saying, where is your transfer order?
Lordship, transfer order is at annexer 1. That was done initially, Lordship.
Then,
Subsequently, I preferred a representation.
Hmm.
What they did not consider my representation, and what they did, Lordship, that is at page 16, Lordship. Lordship.
16.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It refers to the
Disposal of medical education,
director
director of medical education.
and to transfer me to any other medical. But Lordship, that post of artist is only in Guwahati Medical College. In 3 departments I have been said, Lord. And other,
So now, but you said you are now working in pulmonary again.
since I was protected by this honorable board,
Okay. All right.
after that I was allowed to serve there.
MSD Bora, learned government advocate, appearing for the respondent, submits that she'd like to obtain instructions in respect of the transfer made to the petitioner, which is impugning the writ petition. Stop. He prays for 2 weeks' time. Mr. MP Sharma, learned counsel, petitioner submits that by virtue of an interim order dated
8/3/2021,
8/3/2021, the impugned order has been stayed and the same interim order has been extended subsequently. Accordingly, let the matter be listed after 2 weeks, enabling the learned standing council health to obtain instructions as to whether the grievance of the petitioner has been redressed by the department. Redressed or can be redressed by the department.
You may also obtain instruction with regard to whether any break in service has been brought about by the authorities.
You said you are working.
Because Lordship, I have filed a reply. There is one certificate that has been annexed, and therein they certified that I worked from 2nd January 1996 to 2021.
Let her get the instructions first and we'll see about that. Yes.
Lies.
I'm sorry, Lordship, affidavit is not filed. But Lordship, similar circumstances, Lordship, the honorable court has passed an order directing the authorities to make an inquiry, Lordship. They have placed the order.
You show to him.
Petitioner is, my lord, he was supposed to go on retirement by order dated, my lord.
You go through the order if you think it is covered. Dispose it of.
Oh, summarily, he ordered.
Lordship may also peruse, Lordship, the order. Fine. In fact, Lordship, 2 days, the petitioner is a under matric person, Lordship. There is a problem. And he submitted a school certificate, Lordship. And date of birth has been recorded in the service book in the regulation order, Lordship. Different date of birth has been recorded, Lordship.
Yes.
My lord, yes. Similar order we passed, my lord.
Heard learned counsels for the parties. That is, and you have to dispose it in terms of this order passed. By coordinate bench, dispose.
Some fixed time may be given, my lord, within a period of 4 months or this type of.
We'll do that.
Obliged.
he will dispose of.
Your Lordship, in the earlier occasion, the learned government advocate has taken time to file objection.
Lordship, we have received the parallel comments, Your Lordship. On last occasion, Mr. Nath, most probably he appeared. I'll get the instruction, I'll send the affidavit for vetting, Your Lordship. I'll draft the affidavit. Otherwise, parallel comments have been received.
Whatever you do, do it within 2 weeks.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Mr. Bora, Learned Counsel for the Government Council submits, the instructions have been received. He prays for 2 weeks further time. And the respondents may file their affidavit in the meantime, if so advised. MS Begum
Begum.
appears for the petition after 2 weeks. Yes.
My lord, matter pertains to the post resignation accepted from the petitioner and my lord, her ouster from service. The pleadings have come on record, my lord. And what I find from that, my lord, is that there is an acceptance after, my lord, the release was made. She was released earlier and thereafter, my lord, the acceptance of the resignation took place.
She had resigned.
Her case is she was forcefully resigned, forcefully resigned. What had happened was, my lord, there was a recruitment process. She had a particular qualification. That qualification was not a noted qualification in the, my lord, amongst the eligibility criteria prescribed. She sent an email. Let's say this is the qualification, somewhat similar I have, whether I can participate. They did not respond, she participated. She was selected, everything done, her qualifications were verified. She was allowed to join. Subsequently, my lord, they called her to the headquarters and my lord, there was her allegation is that she was forced to sign on papers. Dictation was given, she had to write and then they released. But from the affidavit, my lord, it is clear that the resignation was, my lord, accepted after the purported release, my lord. Retrospectively, it was accepted. That cannot be.
Where is that affidavit?
My lord would find at page 22 of the affidavit of respondent number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My lord. My God.
There's no affidavit of respondent number
2, 3. It's my lord.
In fact, in the
2, 3, 4, 5.
The respondents filed by the respondent numbers 2 to 8. It is at page number 21. Yes, sir.
We are taking up WPC 3678.
367.
3678, my lord. One affidavit is a joint affidavit of 2 to 8.
We have affidavits of 11,
9, 10, 11.
9, 10, 11.
9, 10, 11 and 12.
One is 2 to 8.
2
yes.
to 8.
2 to 8, much.
Now you're referring to which affidavit?
2 to 8.
2 to 8, okay.
2 to 8, my lord would find at page 22. Man.
22.
Lordship.
Lordship.
31/7 2021, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, here, the resignation purportedly was taken from her. The page, just one page before, my lord, page 21, on 19/3.
Hmm.
It was addressed to the managing director. And my lord, on 31/7/2021, it was accepted. In the meantime, my lord, when she came to know about this,
So when was she released?
she was relieved on, my lord, 19/3/2021 by a WhatsApp message, my lord.
19/3.
19/3, page 45 of the writ petition.
That is on the same day. She had
Lordship.
Submitted her resignation.
Resignation. She was asked to go, but the resignation was accepted in the month of July. Now, my lord, on page 46, she had brought this matter to the notice of the chairman and the secretariat of the Honorable Chief Minister. That's it. I was forced to do this. So, in that view of the matter, my lord, that resignation cannot stand.
No, that resignation was submitted by you.
Was submitted by, let's take it, my lord, it was submitted by.
Where is that WhatsApp message or something? Have you brought it?
Page, yes, page 45, madam, of the writ petition. The type copy is at page 44. My lord has got it. Charge assumption request for junior manager against order number has been rejected. The reason for rejection is resignation letter submitted by so-and-so on 19/3/21 at Chief General Manager Headquarters Bijli Bhavan. Please reinstate the entire process. Regards, APDCM. This was the WhatsApp message of message given to me.
Given by whom?
Given by, my lord, this is by somebody from the AP, regards APDCM. We don't know who gave it. And I said, I'm out from that day. But the appointment order is issued by the managing director. Page 39.
You are not allowed to
I'm not allowed to work after that.
work after that.
After that, then, my lord, I took up this matter with the authorities, page 46 and 47.
What happened?
Nothing. Then, after waiting for some time, my lord, I'm before your lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, the fact is that she was never working in the APDC. She was selected for a post, and before she joined her post, she submitted a resignation letter. So there was no question of relieving her from her post because she had never joined, your lordship. And the SMS.
No, but then some
Yes.
WhatsApp was.
The WhatsApp, in fact, the contents of the WhatsApp message would show, your lordship, that message has, in fact, the message it speaks for itself, your lordship. It says, charge assumption request for junior manager against order number so-and-so has been rejected. So she has not been allowed to assume charge. So without assuming charge, even for the first time, she was never born in the service.
No, why was she not allowed to assume charge?
Yes, she was not allowed to assume charge because she had submitted a resignation letter. And that letter is at page number 20 of the affidavit in opposition.
No. When was the assumption of charge order given, or when was she directed to join?
She was directed to the appointment order.
3/3/21.
The appointment letter order is it?
All right. We'll take it up on some other day then.
Lordship.
You give us a date.
My lord, the paginations have not been made in the. I think.
It is
Or
here.
if it is there, my lord,
It is here.
Then it's. I'll
You.
My lord, I'll have it on a hearing day so that we can.
Give a date.
She was supposed to join within 10 days from 20.
My lord, she joined.
5th of October.
Lordship. She joined. She was working. Now to get a short circuit, that maybe that qualification was not there. Short circuit the process, they did this.
Then there is just one aspect of the matter. We have specifically said in the affidavit in opposition that she has not joined. And that has not been rebutted, your lordship. No reply has been filed. So the position as of now is
we'll see.
very well, your lordship.
Much okay.
The pleadings are complete. Matter be listed for admission hearing on 5th of October. Learned counsels for petitioner and respondent.
Make result.
Since this matter relates to non-granting of benefits of the ROP 2017 to the petitioners who are the teaching and non-teaching staff of Foodcraft Institute, Your Lordship. By way of the affidavit, the stand of the respondent is that their particulars were not sent at the right time by the government, for which the same could not be taken up, Your Lordship. This is the ground, and this cannot be a ground, Your Lordship. The department's failure to put forward the proposal at the right time cannot be a ground to deny the benefits of which they are otherwise entitled to. The Lordship allows me, Your Lordship. This Foodcraft Institute, it was established in the year 2010 by the Ministry of Tourism Government of India and the Department of Tourism Government of Assam. And it has been run by the state government. And these petitioners, they were appointed by way of a recruitment process initiated by the Tourism Department. I have annexed the advertisement as page number 40 on 18/5/2010. They have gone through the selection process and ultimately they are appointed as lecturer of the Foodcraft Institute, and some of them are the non-teaching staff, the other office employees, Your Lordship. So they were granted the benefits of ROP 2009 that were prevalent at that period of time. And they were getting their salary accordingly. And financial increments were also given to them as and when the state government made a decision in this regard. In the meanwhile, Your Lordship, the ROP 2017 was notified. All the state government employees have been given the benefits, but these petitioners were left out. Thereafter, they made representation to the authorities. And then it was said that the finance department has not given concurrence. And thereafter, we have approached before Your Lordship. Now, they have filed affidavits stating that the proposals were not sent up at the right time by the government, and therefore that could not be taken up. If Your Lordship takes up the affidavit of the finance department, which is at page number.
Yes, who's for the tourism department?
Tourism, I am for a tourism, Lordship.
Hmm.
So that proposal has been regulated by the finance department.
Yes, and they asked you to send it in a proper format. Kindly come to page 77, page 4 of the affidavit. Paragraph 4 of the affidavit.
Yes, of our affidavit, Lordship.
Yes.
Financial.
Page 79 is the annexure A of the.
You are supposed to start, you are supposed to initiate the proposal. Do you have a copy of the affidavit?
Yes, yes, Lordship.
Kindly go
I-
through
as
the
per
annexure A, page 79.
Yes, Lordship.
After rejection,
Yes.
they advise the department to submit, make proper submission. So what
At
have
the
you
time
done?
of start of next mechanism adopted by the government
That is the
for
problem.
pay,
Next mechanism will start
next
in
mechanism.
sometime in 2027 after 10 or 12 years.
So now what can be done?
No, Your Lordship, they are entitled.
Your cases were not even considered.
Yes, because the proposal was not sent by the,
Exactly. So what orders do you want now?
because there is a, there, we are bound to get it, Your Lordship. We have a
You're
legal
bound to get it provided it is considered.
considered.
It was submitted.
Lordship.
It was never submitted before the pay commission. Then they have said you submit it in the next pay
Next
commission.
mechanism will take about 10 years, Your Lordship. Because after every 10 years, this mechanism of the pay revision starts.
When was the last pay commission?
2017, Your Lordship, it was notified. 2015 it started and it culminated by way of issuance of the ROP 2017. And even otherwise, Your Lordship,
No, no. What specific directions do you want now? You tell us that.
yes, we
Not-
want that they should be directed that we should be given the ROP benefits.
How?
It may be by way of that they may send a proper,
Not maybe. You tell us the proper manner on what basis you are making the submission.
Lordship. Lordship will kindly see the prayers that I have. given.
If the proposals were never placed, how can it now be considered?
Now, for that, Your Lordship, the department has to do it, Your Lordship.
They did not do it.
They did not do it.
So now, therefore, they were advised now to do it in the next
Now, before Your Lordship.
mechanism.
ROP 2017 was notified. The government constituted another committee, which is called the anomaly committee. They will find out whether there is somebody left out or if some complaints come therein. Now, in this committee report, Your Lordship, they has provided, I have also given the reply. at paragraph number in the reported, if your lordship have this book, ROP 2017, it
You-
provided that
Hmm.
I'll just read out your lordship. The committee is of the view that all steps will be taken to include all earlier left out posts in ROP. However, this is subject to submission of all related information documents by the department. Due to time constraint, ROP in its earlier form will be issued first. On submission of the requisite information by the departments, necessary action will be taken and all left out posts will be included in the ROP by way of a notification. So there is a provision that if some persons are left out or some posts are left out, your lordship, and if the proper mechanism, if this is sent your lordship, then they can also be included in the ROP, your lordship.
But there was no recommendation from the anomaly committee, lordship, in the finance that note, that page 5 for affidavit, lordship. Third paragraph, lordship. Against this backdrop, finance department observed that there being no such recommendation of 7 APPBC stroke anomaly committee for allowing reverse pay scales as per ASROP rules 2017 to the employees of Foodcraft Institute, Samaguri, Nagaon. Finance regrets the proposal regarding extending revised pay scales as per ASROP rules 17 to the employees of Foodcraft.
So who is to refer to the anomalies?
It is the Department of Tourism under whom we are working.
Do you place it before the anomaly committee?
Lordship,
You come to the, what is this, the note?
note of the finance department.
Ah. So after publication, another opportunity for redressal of the genuine grievance through anomaly committee. What proposal did you submit before the finance? See, first there has to be a proposal, there has to be a recommendation. There has to be a recommendation.
Yes, for some reason, for the lapse on the part of the government, yes, recommendation was not made.
Not made.
And the finance is also saying that they have not sent in the right time. But can we be penalized because of that, your lordship?
Certainly not. But what is the mechanism to redress your grievance?
Now the tourism department must take it up with the finance department.
They have been rejected. It's been rejected.
There may be
You-
cases, your lordship, where some posts may be left out. So there is a
No,
provision in
no.
the.
Some posts may be left out, assuming the institute's proposal was under consideration. And while considering, some posts were left out, some posts were not included. It's a possibility, but the posts were never considered by the commission because no proposals were sent. This anomaly committee can look into subject to, there is a recommendation by the committee, by the
Department.
The pay commission.
First, the pay commission is formed, then they make a recommendation. These recommendations are put before the anomaly committee. They go through these recommendations, and in the meantime, if some other complaints come from other corner,
they also take up all this and then they give a final suggestions.
As you have rightly said, first there is a recommendation. In your case, there was no recommendation.
Recommendation.
In the absence of a recommendation, can it now be placed before the anomaly committee? You show us from the provision.
Whether anomaly committee is existing or not, that is also there because once our
You first tell us whether the direction that you're seeking is capable of being issued.
therefore I have given this this report of the anomaly committee, your lordship, wherein they have stated, your lordship.
You show us that without getting the recommendation, it can still be placed before anomaly committee. You show us that. You show us from the provisions. This is on the presumption that there is already a recommendation in principle. Some posts were not considered. Then it goes to the anomaly. So first it must be included in the ROP. The clause Roman 7 itself is very clear. We are closing it. We are giving you 1 day's opportunity. You have a look. Friday.
No, lordship, if there is no such mechanism, there must be.
It is for you to submit, Mr. Counsel.
There must be some remedy. I'll go through your lord.
It is for you to submit. You show us that there is a mechanism. Friday.
Let it be on Monday, lordship. Monday.
Monday. All right, Monday.
Oblige.
Who's there? None appears. What is any information?
No.
None appears for the petitioner on call. Mr. K. Kumar, additional AG appears for the state. Assisted by MS Winter. N. Bora. Passed over. We're passing it over for the day.
Oblige.
Right, your lord. My lord, I have gone through the extraction submitted by. So, my lord, I think I have no case now.
You want to withdraw or we dismiss it?
My lord, I may be allowed to withdraw, madam. With
Mr.
liberty. my lord,
Liuddin,
with
learned
respect.
counsel for the petitioner on instruction submits that you would not like to press the petitioner any further, as his case was rejected on the ground of financial standing, as is reflected on the instructions which were placed before the court by the learned government advocate. The petition accordingly stands dismissed on the ground. Interim order, if any, stands vacated. Your learned counsel, Mr. Purva and Mr. Paridi appears for the respondents. Yes,
Liberty may be given any fresh cause of action.
fresh cause of action, no liberty is necessary. Fresh cause of action, no liberty is necessary.
All right.
57, some orders has been passed, my lord. It is. I was not there, my lord. My colleague was not aware of the situation. So some communication was placed, my lord, that his claim was forwarded, and based upon that, my lord, it has been sanctioned.
Have
My
you gone
instruction
through?
is, I have not yet received your.
It has been sanctioned, you'll receive after maybe 2 years.
I cannot say, my lord. But one thing is very
So it
clear, my
might
lord,
go
they have
to-
expeditiously into this.
Huh?
What has happened, my lord? My lord will find that in the communication, my lord, not only his case was placed, recommended. My lord will find there was a lot of
See,
people.
Mr. Gogoi,
My
on
lord.
the last occasion, there was an undertaking you made before the court that within 15 days it will be credited
I
to this
was, my lord,
account.
there was some miscommunication from the department. What
Or
had happened, my
whatever,
lord?
but your undertaking is recorded.
Yes.
And an
I understand,
undertaking
my lord.
not
Understood.
complied with amounts to contempt.
For that, my lord, I'll seek apology. My lord, this list, my lord, in this list, some people.
Your apology may not be accepted by the court
No, my lord, what I'm
because you
trying
are a
to point out,
counsel.
there was a delay because, my lord, in this list, my lord will find some other persons also sanctioned. Some people's, my lord.
Don't give us
these are-
explanations.
Yes, my
You
lord.
have made a statement that will be credited.
My lord.
You made a statement before
Yes.
the court
No,
that
my
will
lord,
be
will find
credited
all
in his
along this-
account.
No, my lord, all along these proceedings, my lord will find the other orders also. I have been supporting the cause of the petitioner. In fact, it was me who states that he is entitled, my lords. I'm not disputing anything. There might be had some miscommunication, my lords.
There may
From
be
my side, from my side, my
miscommunications,
lords.
but there
From my
is an
side,
order
not from the court
recorded.
side.
You did not pray for recalling of this order. You did not pray for extension of time.
But
You
my
did
lord-
not even, I understand or I can presume that you did not even bother to go through the order passed by the court.
No, it was communicated to them. Based upon that order, my lord, these
It
orders are
was
passed.
communicated to them, but you probably did not have the opportunity to go through the order.
No, my
Because
lord,
if
I
you
went
had
through the order,
had,
my
you would have probably not made the submission
my lord.
which you are making now.
No, my lord, that list posed every problem, my lord.
Yes, your order amount has been sanctioned.
Your lordship, they may furnish me a copy, your lordship. The allowance related to period 1/6/21 to 2022. Your lordship, 18/5/2026. We are also liable to pay interest also on that amount, your lordship.
Have you prayed for interest?
Yes,
No. My lord, the DP is going on.
and your lordship, regarding most important, your lordship item, departmental proceeding, your lordship, as I have already stated before, paid before your lordship, petitioner is going to retire on January 2024. Your lordship may kindly the annex of 7, Toko's notice, page 44. Page 44. Has been charged with gross misconduct and criminal breach of trust. Then, your lordship, I submitted my reply on 23/3/2022, page 50, your lordship,
You have been paid your subsistence allowance.
page for some period, and area was there for about 1 year. I have mentioned the period is from related to 1/6/2021 to 18/5/2022. That is about 1 year. Now, your lordship, due to pendency of the departmental proceeding, your lordship, kindly see annex 12, the gradation list, page 58. Page 58, your lordship. Page 58.
Page?
58. A type copy and also original is there, page 61. Your lordship, my name is at serial number 10. Jadhav Chandra Nath. Jadhav Chandra Nath. Your lordship. Then your lordship, kindly see the promotion order of some of my colleague and also junior, annex 13, page 63. Page 63, your lordship. Page
Your prayers are threefold. Number one,
Twofold.
subsistence allowance.
And
Number two, conclusion of departmental
Yes.
proceedings. And number three, any further relief.
Yes, my lord.
So number one, subsistence allowance, has it been paid or not?
no,
Not? You've
Not.
not received?
for 1 year I have not received. That they have admitted, your lordship, just now. And for that, they have committed
before your lordship. That has been recorded as your lordship has observed.
My lord, he knows under what circumstances it was recorded, my lord.
Very recorded.
Under what circumstances, I may not recall all these things, my lord.
No, that is one part. Something along.
What is
Now
this
your
amount? What is this amount of 8 lakhs? 8 lakh loan. This is for area salary.
It's my lord, he was under subsistence allowance, he was under suspension. During that period, my lord, since it went beyond 3 months, it was enhanced to 50 to 75. So, my lord, it is, my lord, since it's like it's enhanced, that enhanced portion, my lord, it regard also the salary and the enhanced area salary was not paid to him. That we have admitted and we have sanctioned it, my lord.
That is that 8 lakhs.
Yes, my lord.
Now it covers the entire period of suspension.
It covers, my lord.
may I continue your lordship?
Yes.
Then your lordship.
What is the status of the DP?
DP, my lord, inquiry officer has been appointed. My lordship, that very order, my lord, which is my lord troubling me, that order also takes care of. I have produced a communication whereby, my lord, that the person was appointed.
Now, due to DP, due to tendency of the departmental proceeding, I have been deprived from my due promotion, your lordship, as I have stated, Annex 13, my juniors have been promoted. Now, your lordship, on the last day, I have given a judgment for the Honorable Supreme Court, may kindly Premnath Bali. It is in the record, I think, your lordship.
There is a
There is
prediction to conclude as early as possible.
within 6 months, your
Or-
lordship, may I read your para 28, your lordship. Keeping this factor in mind, we are of the considered opinion that every employer must make sincere endeavor to conclude the departmental proceedings once initiated against the delinquent employee within a reasonable time by giving priority to such proceeding, and as far as possible, it should be concluded within 6 months. As
When
an
was it
outer limit.
initiated? When was it initiated?
Your lordship, show cause was on 17/2/2022, already more than 1.5 years. Then may I continue, your lordship?
All right, you conclude the DP within 2 months.
My lord, that I'll beg to differ, my lord, because that judgment, I was the one who must first show this judgment in another matter, my lord. So, my lord, that was given in the context of those UPSC rules. Our rules do not prescribe such a limitation. Has to be reasonable, but
Your lordship, it is a binding order on this department.
This is not a principle laid down only for that rules, CCS rules.
Where
Ratio of
no,
the,
because, my lord, in appeal provisions under our under provisions, when suppose appeal is preferred against a DP punishment, then the appeal, there is a provision, my lord, that you have to conclude that appeal, you have to decide that appeal.
no. Does it mean you'll merrily continue with the
No, we
DP
are
for
not,
years
we are
together?
not, my lord, but what I am trying to,
No, what we want to know is since the date of issuance of the show cause, why this delay for more than a year?
my lords.
They are waiting for my retirement.
But these I will
So different.
distinguish. If my lord, he traverses in that direction, well, I will distinguish the judgment.
You distinguish it, before you distinguish it, you place the facts. Why the delay?
My lords, there was a delay, my lord, sometimes, my lord,
Very
delays
well,
are not,
we'll keep it for hearing then.
delays are not deliberate, my lord. Delays are not deliberate.
We'll hear it.
Yes,
You come up with your instructions.
yes, yes.
List on, give a date. 28 September
28th September.
for admission hearing. We are putting you to notice in case you are not available, we'll proceed with the hearing.
My lords, no, my lord, that day I had some medical issues.
This is not a contempt petition. This
My
is a
lords.
writ petition.
My lords.
You are representing a department. So if you are not available, there must be other.
Somebody will
counsels
come, no,
available.
no issues.
So
We have slept about the matter for so long, your lordship.
we'll wake them up. We'll wake them up on the next date.
I'll see, my lord, what is binding or not. The obliged, my lord. Message करो, या क्या केस ले?
हाँ?
Message करो.